Looking for Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins with fast delivery? IG Vault has the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 6% off your order. What's up YouTube? It's Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com. Today's Madden 21 tip video, I'm going to show you guys an unstoppable money play that I use to get top 50 in weekend league, guys. This play is amazing. It can easily beat any type of defense out there, from man, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, but it's especially effective against the Mike Blitz 3, cover 3 meta that everybody seems to be running online. So this is almost more of a route combo, a concept, an actual play. I will show you my specific play, but you guys can take this route combo into other formations as well. So I typically use the Jets playbook on offense and the 4-6 playbook on defense. And by the way, you can get those at sportsgamers.com. I got them for sale. If you want my schemes, ebooks, and tips, check out sportsgamers.com and get better at Madden 21. But I am using the Raiders playbook for this video because I'm going to show you two examples of this. I'm going to show you how I do it from bunch tight end, but then I'm also going to show you guys that you can do it from trips tight end too. Pretty much the same thing. Now guys, if you're enjoying my content, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also turn your notifications on and smash that like button. If we get 250 likes on this video, I'll drop another similar fire tip for you guys ASAP. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to first show you guys how to do it from bunch tight end, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do it from trips tight end. Now, first of all, we're going to go against the meta defense. I'm going to show you how to beat every defense out there, but I'm going to show you the meta defense first, which is cover 3, Mike Blitz 3, zone drop set to 25-5-5. That's what most people are going to start off with. They will adjust, auto flip obviously on, but that's going to be the most common thing out there. So let's get into it. So this is something you can actually just do from any play. I use PA boot over. I just come out PA boot over and go from there because it's just hot routes. So let's take a look at it. We're going to just move the ball back to give ourselves more space to work with. So you guys know, most people, it's the rush 2, rush 3 meta. I mean, they'll just basically get the cloud flats, because those are at 25. Then they'll use purples to put them at 5, and that's going to cover the flat. So then they're just going to rush 2 or 3. Their user's just going to sit over the middle and the middle linebacker. So this is extremely good play, just like I said, to beat anything. But in general, to counter double Mabel, cover 3 Mike Blitz 3 meta. So what we're going to do, and I've spoke about this route before, but I'm going to show you guys how deadly it is in this video. Put the running back on a ghost route. All right, this is our ultimate check down. It's open against almost everything but man coverage. It's a free 5 to 10 yards against most of the defenses out there people run. But you have to use other routes to kind of make it effective. And this plays a perfect example. So we're going to do that. We're going to put a tight end on an out route. We're going to flat our inside receiver in the bunch, post the slot receiver in the bunch, curl the outside receiver in the bunch. So this is what it looks like. Now, yeah, obviously for this setup, I use Hot Route Master to get the hot route for the ghost route to the running back in the post. To me, it's the easiest way to do it. But, I mean, if you don't do that, you could still use the running back, ability and the slot ability or the route ability to get those two hot routes. But I just think Hot Route Master is obviously the way to go. So let's just run through this play, show you the reads, show you the progressions, and how to beat everything. So this play is literally like taking candy from a baby. All you really got to do is watch the user, because you're going to have multiple routes against every defense get open. So against zone, typically, especially cover 3, but really any zone defense, the 3 key routes are going to be the post, the post, the curl, and the ghost route. Obviously, the tight and out route and the flat can get open too, but the 3 key routes are, as you see here. Now, I want you guys to picture this. The ghost, the post, and the curl. I've spoken about this so many times, but this is always how to play good offense, I feel like, against zone coverage. You want to create a triangle. See, these 3 routes form a triangle. That makes it impossible for zone to defend it, and just the way the CPUs play. But then also, there's no way a user can lurk 3 routes that are spaced out like this. The spacing is perfect. So, like, literally all I'm doing is watching the user, because first of all, while the flat and the out aren't really key routes, what they do is they occupy the flats, which allow these other routes to get open. So the post is open, the curl is open, the running back's open. So really, you just watch where the user goes, and you pick whoever you want. And like I said, you might just think this ghost route's 5 yards. something simple, but really, no, it's not. As you guys can see here, I turn upfield and get a really nice gain. Now, I'm just going to show it quickly from trips tight end, and then I'm going to get back to the way I do it from bunch tight end, but I just want to show you. I mean, you could just pick whatever play. For trips tight end, I just pick probably curl flat because you already got the curl in the flat, so it's easier to set up. But, I mean, it's the same thing's going to happen as far as the way the routes space out. It's not going to be exactly the same spacing, but as far as the way it works against this defense, or defense in general, it's essentially going to be the same thing. So, we're just going to out the tight end, goes to running back, post the inside receiver, and it's basically what we got. The only difference is the curl and the flat are a little bit more spread out, obviously. But you guys can see, immaculate concept. There is no way that the user can go check the curl, check the post, check the ghost running back route. It just is not going to happen. So, basically right here again, bam, bam, bam. All three of these guys are open, so just pick your poison. At this point, I just went to Miller, I believe this is, over the middle of the field on his post. And when you're throwing these posts, you always want to click on, and you want to try to get this dive catch animation, just like this. Because when you get these dive catch animations, the defense is literally never going to be able to interact with this. And it's going to be pretty much a catch every time. It's very, very consistent and easy to do. You want to click on and hold down the aggressive catch button to get that animation. So, anyways, getting back, I want to get back into bunch tight end because you can see it works just fine from trip tight end too. But, personally, I use it from bunch tight end and show you a few more examples against, maybe one or two against Mike Blitz 3. And then we're going to move on to cover 2 and we'll do man as well. We'll just, we'll spread it out a little bit. So, let's just say maybe that they happen to just decide to man up the running back because, you just keep killing them with the ghost, right? Well, in that case, you might think that then they could just cover the post and all would be well, but that's not the case at all. So let's look. So as you guys can see, even if their user happened to cover the post, obviously I can't play offense and defense, but I just put the linebacker in the middle of the field. Let's just assume, even though the post was open, let's just say it was covered and the running back was manned up. Well, now you run into the problem that you took a defender to man up the running back. Well, now the flat's open because you took the guy out of the flat to do that. So he's open. Let's say that he was covered even though he wasn't. And still, the guy who I threw to, which is the curl, is wide open too. The reason why this is so good is because when people play this type of defense, you really have to, against bunch tight end and trips tight end too, set zone drops, because if you don't, people are going to do one of two things. They're going to hit you with like motion corner routes or, motion type routes to the sideline, or just routes to the sideline in general, like crossers, right? You know what I'm saying? The deeper routes that will get over your zones every single time. If you don't have zone drop set, you're going to have to use those every single play, and it's just not a good way to play defense. So, like, if someone's doing that to you, zone drops is what most people do to try to slow it down. And if you do set them, now your zones are just too far back. So if I occupy your flats and then just do like a quick little curl route that's, at about 10 yards and a post at about 10, you don't really have much of a shot because the zone drops aren't guarding that, and the user just can't guard 2 to 3 routes at once, right? So that's why this stuff is so effective. And then, like, you could say, well, what if they just don't play the flats? Well, if they don't play the flats, I have a flat and out route on each side, so you can't do that either. You know what I mean? So we're just accounting for everything they could possibly do. So I'm sure you're thinking, well, what if they just played a different zone? Okay, fine. Play cover 2. Let's just even put the guy in the deep middle and then a spy to try to play the short middle. So rush 3. And see how it works, right? Pretty much the same thing is going to happen that happened against the cover 3 we just ran. The same type of routes are going to be open. So just take a look. First of all, the flats, the biggest difference I would say is the flats are going to be open more than they were, against cover 3, obviously, because now we don't have purples, but the zone drops are just going back so far. But, obviously they could take that away if they did a double Mabel type situation like this. But if they do that, then, if they try to do a double Mabel, obviously, which, by the way, from this formation, you have to use a package to be able to do that, in case you're wondering. Let me just get back in the regular cover, too. All right, there we go. But, let's just take away one side, okay? But, if they do that, then all they're going to do is just make it so easy to throw to the running back in the curl route, and then over in the middle field too, because again, who's their user really going to be here? Probably the linebacker that's in the hook zone. And at that point, like, you have to guard either the post, the running back, or the curl. The same thing as before: post, running back, or curl. You can't just guard all three. It's just not possible. And then if they don't have anyone as a middle third, then you already guys know what's gonna happen. Maybe let's say they just use this guy, right? And they're just trying to just stand over the middle, do whatever, take away whatever routes they can possibly take away. And then once again, same problem. Now you got the curl, both of the flats are still open, the running back, the post. This play, like I said, is literally just what I do when I run this play is first I look to see the flats are open. If they're open, I throw them. But most of the time they're not because people just don't let you throw flats all day anymore. So if they are covered, then I just literally look where the user is because I know if the flats are covered, the running back, the post, and the curl probably all are going to be open. So I just need to locate where the user is and go away from him. It's truly absurd how good this play is. Now, I'm sure you guys are saying, well, what if they just play man coverage? And, honestly, man coverage is probably the best way to defend it, but it still doesn't work. Because the thing about man is, like, yeah, man will take away the flats, and obviously it will take away the running back too. However, if they do that, then the problem remains that even in man coverage, posts and curls are going to beat it. So at that point, I'm just literally going to whichever one is more open, the post or the curl. And again, they can't use both of them. There's no way in man coverage you can use your post going from the left to the right and then a curl on the left. Post going left to right, curl over the middle. It's just not going to happen. So again, whoever's more open, that's who I'm going to go to. And it's really all about the user. Like I said earlier in this video, it truly is all about the user. I mean, there's just no way, like I said, there's no way they can guard these routes, these route combos. So just like I said, locate the user, go away from the user, and you're going to have an easy time moving the ball, man. You can't really blitz this play either because there's just super fast reads. So like, let's say that they did try to. It's just my blitz. You already know what it is. I'm not going to even block anybody. But again, just the simple fact that I have quick reads, even against man coverage where everyone's manned up, we're going to have no problem. Now, one thing I'll say is if you have a tight end that has, ability on an out route, oh my gosh, he's going to kill them every single time. But even if you don't, out routes still be, pretty good from your tight end. But I would say the main reads I would look for if you don't have a tight end that's always getting open on the out route is going to be the post and the curl. Because basically, if they don't just guard either one of them with a user, they're just going to beat their man so easily. Look at that. I mean, the separation was so big that I didn't even have to dive catch. I could just rack it for a touchdown. If they would have ran with that, I would just low ball the curl route, clicked on, caught it, and we would have been good to go. But like for me, when I play this game, I always have an ability on the tight end. Short end and lead is what I use. I have the route running out the speed, so I know that if the tight end's manned up and they're blitzing me, he's gonna kill them on a simple out route, and that's just a hike throw almost. So this play is pretty much, once you get the reads down, gonna be automatic against any defense. I would just probably spend 5 to 10 minutes in practice mode, getting comfortable with your reads against every defense you face online. Then take it online, and y'all are going to see some success. Like I said, this is probably the most crucial play for me. A lot of people run, bunch shot in, just run, PA boot over every play, spam, bombs, and all that stuff. I don't really play like that. Like, yes, I do use them, but I feel like the thing that separates me is I sit in the pocket and make reads, and this is my favorite play to do just that. When I go up against a good opponent that can stop PA boot over and stop bombs, this is the type of stuff that I go to that allows me to win games.